Hey, my chickadees. Welcome back to the Back 40. Whew, how are y'all doing tonight? Well, I'm doing good, but I just woke up. I hadn't been up a good 30 minutes. Yup. I was tired, came home from work, lay down in the bed, went to sleep. Today is day 69. That's my favorite number. Because when you write hey Jazzy, how you doing? When you write a 69, it looks like a yin yang. See, I bet your mind was in the gutter, wasn't it? You thought, oh, Juju at it again. Hey Jennifer, hey Elisa. Oh yes, I'm sorry. You can get out your corner. I came back in from my meeting. They were still going. I said, is Elisa still in the corner? But they said you were gone, that you had left from the corner and left out the door. Hey, Cindy. Oh, well, I don't know. I'm going to be in trouble now. I done slept all that time. I done slept for 4 hours. Well, about 3.5. In trouble I am. Yep. So I thought we could look through here. I still think that's just so adorable. That's just cute. That is just cute. I kind of need to finish that. I still hadn't finished that up. Yeah, I still need to do something with that, I think. Some of these have some things. I like that one. She's sweet. Look at her. We need to kind of finish this over here in the corner. It's kind of empty. I had a moon somewhere, I thought. I don't know what I did with that moon I cut out. I thought I put a moon here in the corner. Oh, fine. Get where I put it. Y'all doing okay tonight? Hey, Steph. Hey, Marty. Y'all come on in. Pull your chair up. Get your drink. Oh, gotta do Chicken Little here. It's just, let's do him here. Let's fix him on this page. And the other little Chicken Little I had, I saw in the floor somewhere. So we're going to have to come up with some stuff on him. Let's do that on this page. See if we can't get the little stuff started. Hey, Bonnie. Let's see. Let's cut him out like this. And let's put him right here in the bend. Like that. There we go. And then let's cut this little planters out. This one's shaped like an egg over here. That must be where he's from, way over here, to shape like an egg. The chicken is in a spacecraft. It's a little spaceship. Yep. See? Looks like one of those little spaceships off the Jetsons, don't it? Y'all remember the Jetsons? Oh my God, that's terrible. Y'all, that is terrible. And you know I was gonna get up tonight and and read Snow White, make sure she wasn't all trashy novel and all. And I didn't make it. I didn't make it. I slept to pass time to come on here. All right, we're going to take this from here and put it over here like the moon. Get my Nana's glue. I need to take my other Nana's glue and wash out the top so I can use it. I cleaned my desk off. I had to clean my desk and everything before I could go live. This craft room is terrible. It's terrible. It's so bad, I don't even want to show y'all. It's worse than anything I've ever showed y'all. I got all that stuff laying around. I've got pals stuck over here. It's bad. It's just bad. That's all I got to say. It's bad. I'll put that like that so I can do some painting on it. Yeah. But I have one of the, she gave me an Oriental rug so I could put up under my craft desk to put my feet on so my feet won't get so cold maybe because it's talking about how they was cramping and she had a bunch of Oriental rugs that she was going to sell. And so she told me to pick me out one. So I got me one. And we got it cleaned tonight and everything. And I got it put down so my tootsies won't be so cold on this concrete floor. But hey, Debbie, how you doing? Oh, Glitter's mama, how you doing? Okay, Miss Debbie, you gotta tell us. Give us a scoop. Give us some good stuff. What did Glitter do? Did she run with scissors when she was little and put glitter behind her like fairy dust? Tell us a glitter story. Sequence. You know it. She didn't she? All through the house. Oh my goodness. So y'all don't ask Mama that when she come in. She be telling some good juicy stories on me. All right, let's put the bottom of chicken down. Let's see what we're going to do with him. He needs some friends. And you know, I bought 4 Chicken Little for this page, and I've been using them on other stuff. But I did buy those little funny stickers with the googly eyes, and I got some googly eyes up here, and I want to put the googly eyes on the chicken. That just seemed funny to me. It did. I don't know why. It just did. Okay. And y'all, I'd like to go through withdrawals. Hey, Diane, how you doing? Let's stick it right there. I've been having my stuff playing in the background because you know I don't play music in my office. I play YouTube, and I've been having it playing in the background. And I've been at the office and having to go into meetings this week, and I hadn't got to listen to much of anything. So I've been missing some lives and some my recorded videos I usually watch. I tell them I feel like I'm gonna go in withdrawals. All right, and then I had about these for the page. So this isn't gonna work. I tried to roll this chair up and it's pushing that carpet around instead of rolling. I'm gonna have to get one of those mats or something. Put them scissors right up there, out the way. Now I wonder, am I gonna be able to do that? I think that's okay because we're gonna paint around it, so I think that'll be okay. Let's put him up here in the corner, flying to the chicken. He's gonna be flying to the chicken with his little googly eyes. And then we got him flying over here to get the chicken. And then we got Saturn, or what's supposed to be Saturn. We're gonna have it right here in the middle. Oh, hey, Miss Beth, how you doing? Thank you so much for sending me that text message. I was in the middle of a spreadsheet, just working away, and you popped that message on. I was like, "Oh, let me go," because I didn't want to miss that today. I had my notification on, but I promise you that the thing didn't pop off. Sometimes those things just aggravate the tofu out of me. I don't think they work right. And I think this one needs to be shooting this way. Little yellow stars. Kind of. Well, if I do that, then I'm going to have to cut his googly eye off, and that may not look too cute. I could do, no, I'm going to have to cut his, I could do him and not cut his googly eyes off. I could do him like this and just cut the top of that spaceship off like that. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to get to do on that. I think that's good enough. Now, and then things like that. Yeah, she did. She did so good. I know. I was looking at that stencil, and when it came out, I thought, oh, I think it's in my cart over at PM Studios. I think I put it in my cart, and it's just kind of sitting in my cart. And I was thinking, now, would I really use that hand stencil? And I was thinking, I might would, but then, would I really? So it's just kind of sitting in my cart. But after she got through doing that, I was thinking, I do believe I would use that stencil. I think I would. I'm going to have to off. Did I pull the back and I'll put it's on there. Okay. That must have been from a different one. Yeah. All right. This one here. Okay. That's looking kind of cute. Now we're going to get our collage soup. That's hubby in there messing with the pots and pans. He's the one who woke me up and told me that I was not going to go live tonight, that I was sleeping, and it was almost 9. Yeah, he said it was almost 9. Actually, it was after 9, but he said it was almost 9. So he woke me up. And then a while ago, he told me, you got a minute to go live. 1 minute to go live. So he was like, let me know. Then he gets up to the boy, she's going live. And then what does he do? What does he do? He goes to the kitchen and starts banging the pots and pans. You know, I think he just wants y'all to think that while I'm sitting here playing, doing my crafty stuff, that I got him in there working like a slave or something. I think that's what he wants y'all to think. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So when he gets acting ugly and carrying on, y'all won't think nothing about it. Y'all think I'm just a mean old lady. That's my philosophy. That's what I think. That's what I think. Now he done stopped banging them since, he heard me talking about him banging them. He's done quit banging them now and went on to the bedroom and watches YouTube. He wants to be with us just like Joe. Well, he sits diagonal from my desk right over there, right there in his chair. He puts his 2 cents in. He says, I don't listen to y'all. I don't pay no attention. He'll be sitting over there commenting. I'll say some of y'all's statements that you say. He'll sit over there commenting. Me and the girls will be on the phone. He's got to pay attention to what you girls say. He'll be over there commenting, carrying on a whole conversation, putting his 2 cents in. And I'm like, didn't you hear? It's like, I was like, okay. Yep. Be commenting. And then I'll say, what is so? I don't know. I don't pay attention. Lied. He knew the whole time. Oh, they done had dinner, honey. They left me some on the fridge, on the stove. They ate while I was sleeping. They just let me sleep when I ate. They made some kind of hamburger helper. I don't know what kind it was, but it looked like the kind that would give me indigestion, so it stayed on the stove. He needs to get online with y'all. He was whining. He wants to do some stuff like that, but yet he don't want to learn how to do it. So he wants to do it. He wants everybody else to put it up, like he did his little fishing stuff. And he's got a channel. He just don't ever put that on no more because I tried to tell him he was going to learn how to do it. If I had learned how to do it, he had learned how to do it. He got his little fishing stuff where he would go do his bass fishing and stuff. But I'm not uploading his videos and editing them and everything else. He needs to learn to do it himself. Okay, so need to get a collage soup because I had a squirrel and I missed that. He watched that too, Miss Beth, that magnet fishing. Is that where they take the magnet and throw it over there and pull all that junk up out the whatever it picks up? And they're picking up old baits and old big old iron. Look, yes, he was watching it, showing me all that stuff. Had me buy him a magnet. I don't think he went magnet fishing, but maybe once or twice. But he does use it to retrieve some of his baits, though. We don't want to talk about fishing. We can't talk about fishing. We just cannot talk about it. Because, he gets to fussing too much. I just say fishing. If I get to fuss too much, he just says, your craft. And that's, that's it. Because who in their right mind would go fishing with a bait that costs anywhere from $25 to $50 to $100? Who? You're going to throw that thing in the water and you're going to lose it. You could lose it in one thing. The fish could snap it off. They do that. Down here, a gar can get it. Ugh. Ugh. So that's how come we don't talk about that. Because he has his own opinions. Now, I was trying to see. I always mess up and forget where I put all my... Oh, I know I moved them so I wouldn't have struggle. I wouldn't struggle. I said, let me put them over here so I won't be struggling like that. And what am I doing? I'm struggling. Severely. Let me see. Oh. I got my 101 book camera. I got all my stuff. Oh, Lord, now the boy in there hollering. Y'all won't believe it. They in the other room. We shouldn't be able to hear them. Okay, this is a little cray-cray. Look at this. That's a little cray-cray. Just a little cray-cray. Just a little bit cray-cray. This is a collage suit books that you buy online. And you print them off. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, she's looking a little wicked now. She's not really an alien per se. I don't think this is collage soup on you, but it's okay. She's not an alien. But she could be an alien like that. No, this one. Look here. Let's pull her out. Oop, I cut into her other side. I tore her sister's head. Look at that. She looks like an alien. Yep. We put some googly eyes on her. Yeah. Oh, my word. This is where I was trying to print Diane's papers at work that I had gotten. And my printer did that. But then it looked cool. See, it looked like you looking through the windows of some bars or something. I thought that was pretty cool, so I didn't throw them away. I just cut them down and kept them. And then see her little cute lady, her moody face. Looks like she's looking through some, windows from the house. So then I thought, that's cool. I'll make all of them that way. My printer started printing right. Crazy. I was like, okay, I decide I like it and want it. And what happens? The printer decides it's going to start working. I think I got a problem. Just a little problem. Just a little. She's so pretty. We need to do something with her tonight. That's the only thing. That's one thing I hate about these books. You see, she's gorgeous and you want to use her, but then look on the other side. It's like you got to buy two of them because one side You know you're going to lose them. You have to choose. I don't want to choose. I wish they were single-sided. And then this is cool too. You could do the fish heads. Those are too big. I wish I had printed them smaller. We could put a fish head on her. Fish head aquarium. Okay. All right, let's do that. And that'll be enough on that page. Oh. Jeez, it's heavy to be putting up on that shelf. I need to do some more collages and work some of that mess down. All right. This feels very good and warm on my feet, but it does not work with this chair. Say the cat in the dress. She does look like an alien, doesn't she? You love glitter. People say, like, since when? Let's cut her out. And we're going to have to draw her things on her head. But we got a white Posca pen, so we can do that. I mean, we got a white gel pen. I tore her arm off. Oh no. Yeah, we'll see if we paste it back together. Bless it. Well, maybe that's why she's looking like that. The chicken did it. Maybe that the chicken's beak. Chicken ate the alien's arm. Chicken got the alien's arm. That looks like a mustache. Oh my goodness. How did that go? That went. Like that. There we go. Okay. I thought I was going to put something back here, but I'm not. So let's just put some of this on there. Good Lord, that was a lot of glue. I didn't realize I had put that much glue on there. All right. Night, Debbie. Thank you for coming in. Hey, Margaret. Let's cut the little spaceman in half here. Put a little glue on the back of him. That little sticker didn't want to stick on that side of the world. There we go. There we go. Why waste the sticker? There we go. Okay. Now, gotta get the paint out. That looks cute. I want to put the googly eyes on him, though. I think he needs some googly eyes. Don't y'all think the chicken needs some googly eyes? Let's see if the googly eyes will work. Oh, they may not work. Oh, that looks funny. We'll just have to give them some gloss. That's the biggest googly eyes I have. All right. Oh, I forgot to put the alien down with her little broken arm. I mean, after all, I broke her arm. I'll put this glue on a little bit just in case I mess her face up or something. Here we go. There we go. That's all good. A bag of chips. It's all good in the neighborhood. Ain't he cute though? Ain't he cute? I think. Oh, ow, did good on that one. Okay. Now, let's make that black. Or, I know. Let's try this. Let's do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Got a song? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'm hoarding this brush. I brought it and I just can't bring myself to use it. What is up with that? Huh? What is up with that? Oh my gosh. Girl, you are fast. What the hello? These are cute. Oh my gosh. That one is adorable. All right, hold on. How we do this? Let's see. We go over here. Get it up. Gotta get it up. I want it little. Let me see. I wonder. Oh crap. Let's see what I do right on that one. Let me see. Let me hit it again. Do that one. I'm trying to hurry. That just makes things worse. Did they cut my burner off? No. Oh, there it is. Let's see. Let's do that one. Let's see if that'll make it print little. Oh, here printing. Oh, there it goes. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can make this midnight. All right, hold your breath. Hold your breath. Kind of scared. Okay. Make a wash. I think the color's okay. This brush sucks. Oh, seriously, peoples. I mean, really, honestly, to goodness. Hey, Trevor, you bring me that off the printer?
So, what, ma'am?
Off the printer.
All right. Here's the one as well.
Thank you. Oh my God, got my rooster. I'm sorry. What are you losing? Oh, 2 rulers. Hey, Jojo. Girl, I went to sleep on you. that's good. That knocked that down. That bright blue down. Diane just sent me this. I got a rooster. I got a rooster. Oh my gosh. It needs to be back here. Maybe that star. Maybe that star right there. Okay. Look at the rooster. Ain't the rooster cute? Oh my god, I got a cute rooster. Let's see. Give him a bit of this glue. Up. Yeah, I remember being young. And in that puppy love kind of love, kind of stage where you on the phone 24/7. You might just see me 5 minutes ago, but you're on the phone with me again. I remember how that used to get on my mama's nerves. Now I know why. Then I giggle because I'm thinking sometimes you gonna want him just to go fishing. Not talk to you, just go. Oh my lord. Alright, he's got his bill shout, but don't miss, I guess spilled it or used to or something. Okay. Isn't that cute? I got a chicken and a rooster. It's so cute. Thank you, Diane. I got a rooster. It's that pretty rooster like I like too. I forgot. Is it an Americana? Is that the name of it? It's got the green and the red. It goes down his chest and looks all glittery and cute. Look at him. Let's get this around his little. Let's kind of outline him a little bit. There we go. That's so cute. Okay. Now let's get some gold stars happening. Yep. And let's see, we gotta get the woman's thing on her head coming out. Yeah, my messy room needs cleaning too. I think everybody has had a week. What is it? What is it about this week? I think everybody's week has been kind of grrrr. I wonder what's up with this week. I don't know, like some little, I don't know. That seemed good right there. Yeah, it does. Get it coming over here. Let's get some highlights up in her head, real head part. Wow. That makes a little difference, don't it? Yeah, let's get some. Highlight the chicken eyeballs. What is it? Huh?
Faucet in the bathroom.
Uh-huh.
Took my toothbrush.
Okay, don't know. Okay.
If it wasn't broke on top, it'd look like a new one.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Sometimes I don't understand. I don't understand. Just don't. Y'all guess what the hubby doing now? Mm-mm-mm. Let me go with white. I got some black out. Yeah, it's black out white. I need just a touch of it. I think it's a little too much. Like that.
Oh.
Real? Oh, like he didn't know. Oh. Woo, that's something. I got to do something with that. I'm kind of liking it, but these are big stars. That's what happens when you try to do splatters and you piss at somebody. That's what happens right there. That's what happens right there. When you piss at somebody and try to do splatters. Yep. Who is very hard? Well, what is going on, Jessie, honey? Who do I need to come whoop? Oh, I'm liking that now. That looks good like that. I got a little worried because I was a little PO'd when I was slapping that down. But I'm liking that. That looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. Yep. I'm kind of liking that page too. Oh, yours vacuuming all the time. Well, that's sweet. He's helping you, Jassy. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I like that. I'm kind of like this woman's just kind of sitting there in outer space over here on her own. I just want to do a little something, something. I don't know what to do though. Maybe a little ethereal. Maybe we need a little ethereal going around her. Let me see if I take a wet baby wipe. Try to do the DD. Make her ethereal. I like that. Oh, that was a happy little accident. Didn't that look cool? Kind of filled in the stuff on her little fuzzy thing on her head. We gotta remember that. I gotta remember that. Gots to remember that. Okay, but I need to take that off my chicken's face. Hold on. You know I kind of like it, but I want my chicken's face to show up. Let me take those off my chicken's face. There. All right, I'm done playing now. Let me write my little starry diamonds that are shining like diamonds in the sky. Get my paint off of them. There's one up there. Get the paint off it yet so they'll bling out. Make sure I don't have no paint on googly eyes. All right. All right, I'm done playing now with that one. There we go. Oh, no, I'm not. Hold on. Stuck. Oh. Let me get this paper off. Alright. Let me turn it around the other way because I think that means still a little wet. There we go. And then let me cut this side off here. right, there we go. I want to keep my chickens. Let me cut that off. Put my chickens up there. There we go. I'll just throw that on the floor. Okay. Isn't that cute? That's cute. I'm going to sit over here so it can dry. How long we been on? Almost an hour. It took me almost an hour to do that. Jesus, I got to get faster. Y'all, I just got to get faster. Because I'm trying to read chat. Yep, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's my story. That's what it is. All right, let's see. I wonder if this will work. My water. Okay. That's pretty cool. Right. Put that over there. I'm going to put that over there because it won't go in the water. It's too big. Oh, you know what it could be? Let me get this up first. Oh no, I got it on my book. There we go. It's all good. It's all good. It's okay. You know what we're supposed to say? It's okay. All right. All right, that's got to go in the water. And over here in the corner. All right. Put that in the water. Okay. That's cute. Okay. Hey, Jackie, how you doing? All right, we got that doing. Okay, it's been 1 hour. And let's look. Oh, Fat Daddy, what have you done? What have you done, Fat Daddy? What have you done to the stuff, Fat Daddy? Cookie butt boy. Man, I got to get this stuff cleaned up so you quit trying to wall and make beds and everything. Good God. Have mercy. Hey, Angie. How you doing, Angie? Okay, we've got this from last night. I'm not gonna get in this tonight. I think we'll just read our bedtime story because I just get carried away with this. And I was talking to him and I told him I think it's just because I miss actually creating stuff. You know, I've been coming on here at night. My whole goal was to just play. You know, not try to worry about trying to create something. Just play, you know, and relax from the day and try to de-stress and just have a good time. And oh God, see, that's how come I try and wait 12 o'clock at night. I think he's doing it on purpose. And you know, just chill out and have a good time and just be by myself and chill out, you know. And that is what I've been doing for this 100-day project, and then you know going live for 100 days. $1971. May the 21st, 1971. That's a graduation invitation from 1971. Lord. That's older than I am. Okay. Look at that letter. Huh. That is old as my Methuselah. Trying to see. I don't even know how they wrote it. It's just written all over the place. I'll copy that. Make 4 pockets. Y'all look at this. Isn't that a cool old picture? Night, Jazzy. Oh, Angie's going to sleep. He's going. Oh, good night, Angie. Oh, yay. Oh, that is cool, Angie. Got a haircut. Talked about all the goody stuff. Look at this. All right. I guess going in there. All right. All right, I'll do that page tonight, and we will call that good on that piece. I was thinking All right, so if I use this for a page, I want to fold this up like this and put in the pocket behind that picture. And then I have the John 14:15 on there. Let's see. Okay, let's use this one. All right. Oh, that's pretty cute. Actually, I'm kind of liking that. Cut it off here. Put it down for a pocket. Just put this over for a layover. I'm kind of liking that. That's kind of cute, ain't it? Oh, cool. Oh, that is great, Angie. Look at you go, girl. All right, I'm going to put this down, this picture down for a pocket. I want it right here. And then I kind of like it there. Right there. No, let's the head turn this way. Yep. Right here because it frames his face. I need to cut the bottom off there. All right, stick that up in there. And then, let's see, it was right down the middle. And then right down the middle. I think I'm going to make it look like that. So it looked like it was on purpose. Yep. Oh, upside down. It only fits one way. Oh, crap. Maybe I can make it fit this way. Those are the exact same size, so why don't it fit? That makes no sense. Shoot. I'll do it with that. Okay. That's going to be something. This picture does not turn out to be who I think it is. But so, well, you got your Halloween picture. All right. That's cool. And then let me do this on the side here. I don't know if you can y'all see. Take this. Right in front of there. And then across the top. And away from the Mod Podge it down. Same thing on this side. All right. And then the commandment thing. Thought that was John 3:16. See, I couldn't even see. We'll just put the love down here in the corner. All right, that's that page done. I'll set it up there and let it dry. And then put these back in the box. Well, glad my feet went down there when I just knocked those scissors down. All right, I'll lay this here, let that dry. That's coming along pretty good. Pretty good. I'm feeling okay about that. I'm feeling okay about it. You actually don't know who that 1971 thing was. Okay. Okay, there it is. Right there in front of my face. And let's get our book. All right. I do not know. I don't. I cannot tell you. I do not know. We just gonna find out together, I guess. I was not. Well, I thought I marked that page. Let's see what page that was on. It was Snow White. I was getting. Might have to take us a couple readings on the Snow White. Let's see. They ain't never been that long though. I know I read Snow White's name last night. The Devil and His Grandmother. Oh Lord. The Devil's Stooty Brother. Oh Lord. A lot of stories in here. How many stories do these people write? Snow White and the Rose Red. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, 328. There we go. Okay, let's see. How many pages is... Oh, yeah, it's going to take a couple readings, maybe. I don't know. We might get through it tonight. All right, I know, right? The Devil's Story. Oh, my Lord. I'm kind of scared. All right. Get your jammies all snuggled up. Get all snuggled up. Get yourself all settled. And let's see. That's one of my little idiosyncrasies. I hate those things like that. That makes it over. Okay. Can't stand the glare. All right. Let's put our bookmark out the way because I don't want to lose my little bookmark. I like it. Y'all ready? One of your favorite animals is Snow White and with red hair. Oh, your favorite anime is Snow White with red hair? I don't know. I ain't seen that. No. What was your question? You put it on the journal. like on the back cover or in the back pages or the front, just kind of in the corner. Some people have a stamp that they put the stamp on. But some people will take it and they'll sign it like right there, or they have a stamp, or they'll put it on the back page, or like if the front page is decorated, something that might be part of the decoration. Some people like to put it kind of obscured so it has it. And some people have a stamp, to say handmade with love, a big old stamp. They stamp right there and they'll say handmade with love, and it might even have not signed, but their name stamped out. So you make your signature on your journal, Angie, your own. Make it your way. It's like an artist, honey. Like when they sign their paintings. You make your signature. So it'll be an Angie journal and no questions asked. Okay, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I don't know if Marty's here. Marty, honey, you still here? Glitter wanted to know. She might have passed out on me. Let's see. It was in the middle of winter, and the snowflakes were falling like feathers from the sky. And a queen sat at her window working, and her embroidery frame was ebony. And as she worked, glazing out at the snow, she pricked her finger, and there fell from it 3 drops of blood on the snow. And when she saw how bright and red it looked, she said to herself, "Oh, that I had a child as white as the snow, as red as blood, and as black as the wood of the embery fire." Not very long after that, she had a daughter. With a skin as white as the snow, lips as red as blood, and hair as black as ebony. And she was named Snow White. And when she was born, the queen died. After a year had gone by, the king took another wife, a beautiful woman, but proud and overbearing. She could not bear to be surpassed in her beauty by anyone. She had a magic looking glass, and she used to stand before it and look onto it and say, "Looking glass upon the wall, who's the fairest of us all?" And the looking glass would say, "You are the fairest of them all, my queen. You're the fairest by far." And she was contented, for she knew that the looking glass spoke the truth. Now, Snow White was growing prettier and prettier, and she was 7 years old. She was as beautiful as a day, far more so than the queen herself. So one day, when the queen went to her mirror and said, "Looking glass upon the wall, who's the fairest of us all?" it answered, "Queen, you are full fair. This is true, but Snow White is fairer than you." Oh, Lord, that gave the queen a great shock. She about fell down as she became yellow and green with envy. And from that hour, her heart turned against Snow White like no other, and she grew hatred for her in that heart. And envy and pride was like weeds that grew in her heart higher every day until she had no peace, day nor night. At last, she went to a huntsman. She did. And she said, "Take that child out into the woods so that I may set eyes on her no more. You must put her to death and bring her heart as a token." Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Well, the huntsman was content and led her away. But when he drew his cutlass to pierce Snow White's innocent heart, she began to weep and say, "Oh, dear huntsman, do not take my life. I will go away into the wild woods and never come home again. Just let me live." And as she said that was so lovely and looking up at the huntsman, he had pity on her. Yes, he did. "Away with you then, poor child," for he thought the wild animals would surely get her. And devour her. And there was as if a stone had been rolled away from his heart, and he did not put her to death. Just at that moment, a young wild boar came running by. He caught it, killed it. Yes, he did. Just killed it good and took his heart. He brought it to the queen for a token. Okay, so she didn't know. But pig hearts, they relatively, that sounds okay. And it was salted and cooked. Oh my God, don't tell me she ate it. And the wicked woman, oh Lord, she ate it up. I just knew it. Oh, her. Okay, thinking that it was the end of Snow White. Oh my Lord. Ugh. Okay. Now, when the poor child found herself quiet and alone in the wild of the woods, she felt full of terror, even of the very leaves on the trees that rustled and made a sound. She didn't know what to do. Then she began to run, and she ran over the sharp stones and through the thorn bushes to the wild beasts after her. But they did her no harm. She ran as long as her feet would carry her. And when the evening drew near, she came to a little house, and she went inside to rest. Everything there was very small, but as pretty and as clean as possible. There stood a little table, ready laid and covered with a white cloth, and 7 little plates, and 7 little knives and forks, and 7 little drinking cups. By the wall stood 7 little beds side by side, covered with clean white quilts. Snow White, being very hungry and thirsty, ate from each plate a little porridge, a little bread, and drank a little from each cup, just a drop of the wine, just a drop, as not to finish up one portion alone. After that, she felt so tired that she lay down on one of the beds, but it did not seem to suit her. One was too long, the other too short, but at last the 7th was quite right, and she lay down upon it, committing herself to heaven as she fell asleep. Lord, she got a belly full, got rested, and was ready to die. Bless it, Jesus. Whew. When it was quite dark, and the masters of the house came home, there were 7 dwarfs, you see, whose occupation was to dig underground among the mountains. when they had lightened their 7 candles, and it was quite light in the little house, they saw that someone must have been in. It's like Goldilocks and the Bears. Everything was not in the same order in which they had left it. The first one said, "Who has been sitting at my little chair?" The second one said, "Who had been eating from my little plate?" The third one said, "Who has been taken from my little loaf?" The fourth one said, "Who has been tasting my porridge?" The fifth one said, "Who's been using my little fork?" The sixth one said, "Who's been cutting with my little knife?" He was like that, you know. The seventh one said, "Who has been drinking from my little cup?" He thought himself real posh, you know. Then the first one, looking around, saw a hollow in his bed and cried, "Who has been laying in my bed?" The others came running and cried, "Someone's been in our beds too." But when the seventh looked at the bed, he saw little Snow White laying there asleep. And then he went and told the others, who came running up. They sat by side on the wall. Couldn't they just look? Crying out in their astonishment and holding up their 7 little candles to throw a light upon Snow White. "Oh, goodness gracious," they called. "What a beautiful child is this!" And was so full of joy to see her that they did not wake her, but they let her sleep on. The 7th dwarf slept with his comrades, an hour at a time with each one until the night had passed. And when it was morning, Snow White woke up and saw the 7 dwarfs. Oh, she was frightened, yes she was, but they seemed quite friendly. Asked her what her name was. So she told them, and they asked her how she came to be in the house. She related to them the whole story about a wicked stepmama and wished her to be put to death, and how the huntsman, he spared his life and all because he was tender like that, and how she ran and ran through the whole woods all day long and everything until she found a little house. Then the dwarf said, "My child, you talk fast. If you keep our house for us and cook and wash and make the beds and sew and knit and keep everything tidy and clean, you may stay with us," they said. "Yes, you can." "You shall lack for nothing," they said. "With all my heart," Snow White said, "I promise to do such." So she stayed, and she kept that little house in good order, she did. In the morning, the dwarves went to work. Yes, they did, to the mountain to dig for gold. And in the evening, they came home, and their supper be laid ready for them. All the day long, the maiden was left alone. And the good little dwarfs warned her, saying, "Beware your stepmother. She will soon know you are here. Let no one into this house. No one, you hear?" Now the queen, yeah, now the queen, having eaten Snow White's heart, as she supposed she did, felt quite sure that now she was the first and finest. And so she came upon her mirror. Oh, that mirror's going to tell the tale. He's going to just tell the tale on her. So she came upon that mirror and said, "Looking glass up on the wall, who's the fairest of us all?" And the glass answered, "Queen, thou art beauty rare, but Snow White, living in the glen with the 7 little men, is 1,000 times more fair." I knocked over my candle. I'm glad it wasn't real. We'd have been burnt up. Oh, I told you that Mary was going to tell off. Oh, Lord, then she was so angry. So very angry. For the glass always spoke the truth, and she knew that that huntsman must have deceived her, and that Snow White must still be living. So she thought and thought, how could she manage to take it in to her? For as long as she was not the fairest in the land, envy left her no rest. But at last she thought of a plan. Yes, she did. She was going to paint her face and dress like an old peddler woman. She was going to get all dressed up. Yep, she was. So that no one would know that it was her. In this disguise, she went across the 7 mountains until she came to that house of the 7 little dwarfs. She knocked on that door and cried, "Fine wares to sell, fine wares to sell." Snow White peeked out of the window and cried, "Good day, good woman. What have you to sell?" "Good wares, fine wares," she answered. "Laces of all colors." And she held up a piece that was woven of silk. "I need not be afraid of letting in this woman. She's an old woman with fine wares to sell." So Snow White thought, "I guess I don't need to be afraid of letting in this good old woman." Lord, did she not hear what the man said? The lace got her. That did it. The lace is what got her. It gets us all every time. "What a figure you are, child," said the old woman. "Come and let me lace you properly for once." See, I told you the lace did it. Snow White, suspecting nothing, stood up before her and let her lace her with the new lace. But the old woman laced her so quickly and so tightly that it took Snow White's breath away, and she fell down as dead. Oh, Lord. "Now you have done with being the fairest," said the old woman as she hasted away. Not long after that, toward the evening time, those 7 little dwarfs came home and was terrified, so frightened to see their dear Snow White laying on the ground good as dead without life or motion. They raised her up, and when they had saw how tightly she was laced, they cut the lace off in two. Yes, they did. They just tore it up. All that beautiful lace just tore up. Bless if they could have unwrapped and saved the lace. Okay, they was terrified, and they tore the lace from her body. And I lost my place. And then she began to draw breath little by little. She returned to life slowly. And when the dwarfs heard what had happened, they said the old peddler woman was no other than the wicked queen. "You must beware of letting just anyone in here when we're not here. We done told you, child." And when the wicked old woman got home, she ran to her glass and said, "Looking glass against the wall, who's the fairest of us all?" And it answered as before her. Yes, it did. It just looked straight in that woman's face and said this. Queen, thou art beauty of rare. But Snow White's living in the glen with the 7 little men is 1,000 of times more fair. Well, when she heard this, she was struck with surprise that all the blood left from her heart, for she knew Snow White must have still been living. But how? She questioned in her brain till it hurt. I would think of something that will be her ruin. Yes, I will. And by witchcraft, she made a poison cone. I don't remember nothing but an apple. Okay, she made a poison cone. Then, I need to read fairy tales more better. Yes, I do. Because Samira hadn't met you, Marty. I know, girl. Then she dressed herself up to look like another different sort of old woman. So she went across the 7 mountains and came to that home of them 7 little dwarfs again. And again she knocked on that door and cried, good wares to sell, good wares to sell. Snow White looked out and said, go away. I must not let anybody in. Last time I couldn't breathe. But you're not forbidden to look, said the old woman, taking out the poison comb and holding it up. It pleased the poor child. Yes, it did, because it looked so pretty. So much that she was tempted to open that door. Yes, she was. You know, they stupid like that. And when the bargain was made, the old woman said, now, for once, your hair shall be properly combed. Yep. Poor old Snow White, thinking of no harm, let the old woman do as she would. But no sooner was the comb put in the child's hair that the poison began to work, and the poor girl fell down senseless, just flat right on the floor. Now, you paragon of beauty, said the wicked woman, this is the end of you. And went off, happy as a lark. By good luck, it was no near evening. Neither one of them learned no lesson. And the 7 little dwarfs come up from the ground and started on their way home. And when they saw Snow White laying on the ground as good as dead, they thought directly that it was the stepmother's doing and looked about. And there they found the poison comb. And no sooner had they drawn it out of her hair than Snow White came to herself, relieved that all had passed. And they warned her once again to be on her guard and never let anyone in that door. Child, this is the second time now they done told you. And the queen, why, she ran on home. Yes, she did. She went home and stood before that old looking glass again and said, looking glass against the wall, who's the fairest of them all? All giddy because she knew she was. Yes, she did. She thought so anyhow. And the looking glass answered before her, Queen, thou art beauty rare, but Snow White living in the glen with them 7 little men is 1,000 times more fair. Well, when she heard the looking glass speak this, she trembled and she shook with anger. She was so daggum mad. Snow White shall die, she cried. Though it should cost me my own life, that child is gonna die. Well, then she went into a secret, lonely chamber where no one was likely to come. And there she made a poisonous apple. It was beautiful to look upon, being white with red cheeks, so that anyone who should see it for long would eat it. And even a little bite of it, they would die. When the apple was ready, she painted her face. Yes, she did. She got to looking all old again. She clothed herself like a peasant woman and went across them 7 mountains to where them same 7 little dwarfs lived. And then she knocked on that same little door. And Snow White put her same little head out the window and said again, I dare not let anyone in. The 7 dwarfs told me not to. All right, answered the woman. I can easily get rid of my apples elsewhere. But no less, I will give you one. No, answered Snow White. I dare not take anything. Are you afraid of poison? Said the woman. Look here. I will cut the apple in 2 pieces. You shall take the red side, and I will take the white one. For the apple was so cunningly made that all the poison was in the rosy half of it. Snow White longed for the beautiful apple. As she saw the peasant woman eating a piece of it, she could no longer refrain, but stretched out her hand and took the poisonous half. Yes, she did. She took that red side. But no sooner had she taken a morsel into her mouth, she fell to the earth dead. Just dead. Mm. Lord, that child never learned her lesson, did she? No, no, no. She just lay there dead. Mm, mm, mm. And the queen, casting on her a troubled glance, laughed aloud and cried, as white as the snow, as red as the blood, as black as ebony, this time the dwarfs will not be able to bring you to life again. And then she went home and asked the looking glass, Looking glass against the wall, who's the fairest of us all? And at last it answered, You are the fairest now of all. Then her envious heart had peace, as much as an envious heart can have, I guess. The dwarfs, when they came home in the evening, found Snow White laying on the ground. There came no breath out of her, and she was dead, dead as a doornail. They lifted her up and sought if anything poisonous was to be found. They cut her laces, they combed her hair, they washed her face with water and wine, but all was to no avail. The poor child was dead, and she remained dead. Then they laid her on the bed and set all 7 of them around, and they wept. They did. For 3 whole days they did. And then they came to bury her. But she still looked as if she was living, with her beautiful blooming cheeks. So they said, We cannot hide her away in the black dirty ground. No, we can't. And they made a coffin, a pretty one. Yes, they did, of clear glass. So clear you could see like it wasn't even there. And so when you looked at it from all the sides, they laid her in and they wrote in golden letters upon her name, and that she was a king's daughter. Yes, they did. They gave her honor. And then they set the coffin out upon the mountains, and one of them always remained by it to watch. Yes, they did. The birds, they came too, and they mourned for Snow White because they liked Snow White. First an owl, then a raven, and at last a dove. I've been reading for 47 minutes. Yeah, they can see you. I can see you. Now, for as long as Snow White laid in the coffin and never changed, but looked as if she was just asleep, for she was still as white as snow, as red as blood, and her hair was still as black as ebony. It happened, however, that one day a king's son rode through the wood and up on to the dwarf's house. Almost ran over, yes he did, which was near to it. He saw one of the mountains, and then the coffin, and then the beautiful white, Snow White within. And he read what was written upon the golden letters, and he said to the dwarfs, "Let me have the coffin, and I will give you whatever you like to ask for it." Oh, but those dwarfs told him no. They did. They was going to keep their Snow White. But the dwarfs told him that they could not part with it for all the gold in the world. But he said, "I beseech you to give it to me, for I cannot live without looking upon Snow White. If you consent, I will bring you great honor, and I will care for you as if you were my own brethren. Yes, I would, all the days of your life." He beseeched. Yes, he did. He sure did. Begged them good, he did. But the dwarfs told him they could not part with it. Nope, couldn't do it. But he kept on. And when he spoke, the good little dwarfs had pity upon him and gave him the coffin. And the king's son called his servants and bided them to carry it away on their shoulders. Now it happened that as they were going along, they stumbled over a bush. Oh Lord, they stumbled and fell. Bless it, Lord. And as they were going along, they stumbled over the bush with the shaking bit of poisonous apple flew out of her throat. Oh Lord, they did the Heimlich maneuver on her by accident. It was not long before she opened her eyes and threw up the cover of the coffin and sat up alive and well. Yes, she did. I bet she stunk. "Oh dear, where am I?" she cried. The king's son answered, full of joy, "You are near me, my love." Bless his heart. And relating all that had happened, he said, "I would rather have you than anything in the world. Come with me to my father's castle, and you shall be named my bride." Snow White was kind and went with him, and their wedding was held with pomp and great splendor. But Snow White's wicked stepmother was also bidden to the feast, and when she dressed herself in beautiful clothes and went to the looking glass, oh Lord, no kiss, no snot, no nothing, just did the Heimlich maneuver by accident. Okay, don't know where the kiss came from. I guess the Heimlich maneuver was just a little bit too much. Okay, so the wicked stepmother bidded the looking glass. "Looking glass upon the wall, who's the fairest of us all?" The looking glass answered, "Oh, queen. Although you are beauty rare, the youngest bride is 1,000 times more fair. That old bad looking glass. Then she railed and cursed and was beside herself with disappointment and anger. First, she thought she could not go to the wedding, but then she felt she should have no peace until she went and saw this bride. And when she saw her, she knew her for Snow White. Yes, she did. Yep. And could not stir from the place of anger and terror, for they had ready red hot iron shoes in which she had to dance until she fell dead. What the hell? She went and saw the bride, and when she saw her, she knew her for Snow White, and could not stir from the place for anger and terror, for they had readily red hot iron shoes in which she had to dance until she fell dead. The end. That's it. That's the end of it. The end. I don't remember Snow White being like that. I don't. Right? I don't remember. But they put these red hot iron shoes on her and she had to dance until she fell dead. I guess so. They were red hot iron shoes. It must have just burnt her up from her feet up. Yep. Red hot iron shoes. So they were iron shoes so hot they were blazing red. And then they put her on her feet and she had to dance until she fell down dead. Okay. That was their Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It was a little better than I thought it was going to be. I was kind of worried, you see. Yes, I was. Well, I want to tell y'all this is day 69 for us. And it's been an hour and 54 minutes, and I still have 10 people watching. Yes, I do. 16 likes. I want to tell y'all how appreciative I am that y'all come and spend y'all's good night with me right before bed or day to get it started whenever. I truly appreciate and love you. It just makes my heart so happy. Okay, I'll see y'all tomorrow if the creek don't rise and the Lord's willing. But it's been raining. It's supposed to rain all week, so that creek just might rise. I had washouts coming home on the side of the road. I did. Let's hope I can get out in the morning. I might have to call in work because I can't get out because of the washout. Well, one can only hope, huh? Good night. See you tomorrow.